Hello, hello, dear friends. We are more than happy to see you in our culture program. My name is Masha, and I'm happy to see you again today. Today we have special program. As you see this beautiful plane, you maybe predict that you will see the real plane, not like this picture, but bigger, better, and it will be later. Now I would like to tell you and remind that we have YouTube. And especially YouTube chat. Also, you can write your question in WhatsApp chat. If you, for example, like something picture, you can make a screenshot and post on Instagram or send in our chat. Let's share our emotion and maybe find the best plane for you. Because today you will see the real plane. Yes, it's special place. It's Samara University Airfield, because Samara University has 8 institutes, and one of them Institute of Aviation Techniques, and students from this institute has practice on this university airfield. Yes, they come to the airfield, fix a plane and feel real atmosphere of airplane. So be active, have fun, and we hope that you will enjoy it. First of all, I would like to tell you that now you will have a short video about Airfield, like a preview, and then we will give the words to our guide, to our international school team, because they are ready to show you the whole secrets of the university. So now it's time to see the short video. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you can count the airfield, and maybe let's share how many airfield you count on this place, for example, with the helicopter and with the plane. And now it's time to see each object closer, and international school teams. Hello, hello, how are you? Please show us the airfield now.
Hello everyone from the Samara city, and hello from the studying airfield of Samara National Research University. Today we are going to have an online excursion around the studying airfield, and me and my colleague Semyon, we will be your guide today. So what is the plan for today? But first of all, I would like you to have a short look around the field of the We are about to start. The training airfield of the Samara University is a small airfield in the Samara region, close to the city. Aircraft, as you can see, of various types, such as planes and helicopters, they are based at the airfield, and they are used for educational purposes by students and staff of the university and the Department of Aviation Techniques. Students of aviation majors actually practice here with real models of aircraft to apply their knowledge each summer, and they even have some practices, some classes during the spring and during the autumn season. So they repair and start engines, perform maintenance, start gearbox, work with electrical equipment, and so on. Moreover, real classes take place here, yeah. So students come here for instance by bus or by car, spend some time in the rooms for learning some theory, and then go out for practice on real aircraft. So yeah, it's real true, it's like a laboratory on the air. So we're about to start probably our excursion, and please guys feel free to ask any questions in comments or chat, and we will try to answer all of it. So hello again. And I would like to tell you that fortunately I had my bachelor degree in aviation logistics, and I also had my classes here during the summer season and during the autumn season when I was the third-year student. So actually students who had the major in aviation maintenance, they had practice every summer. So for instance, for the first year students, they had practice with some perform engines on the An-2 aircraft. For the second year, it's like a practice on the Mi-8 helicopter and Yak-42. For the third year students, they repair engines and just study the structure of the power system of the aircraft 254 or 254M. So yeah, that's it. And moreover, they're like a staff that work here for the whole. Actually, studying Airfield, it was opened in 1953. So yes, you can imagine that the age of the airfield is like approximately 70 years old, yes. And near the airfield there is a plant, maybe you know it, where is a huge like airfield by their own, and sometimes when you have your time on the airfield you can see like how some planes they are taken off or how they are landing near your head. It's like crazy things, yes. So we are about to start our excursion, and first of all I would like you to give a look on the first aircraft. An-14, there is some yellow color on the aircraft. It serves as an educational tool at the airfield like other aircraft where students conduct laboratory works. It was designed for the carriage of passengers, mails and cargo. It has shortened takeoff capacity. It's approximately like 80 meters runway is needed for just taking off. It was used for transportation high-ranking people from one point to another, like in the middle of the 50s. Production ceased in 1968 after, just imagine, 332 units, as the type provided impossible to replace the Antonov An-2, because the Antonov An-2 is a true masterpiece of the Soviet aviation, of the Soviet engineers. Yes, this is still. Then we will go and we will see another masterpiece. It's An-2. So we will go and I will be pleased. We will have a look at the An-2 and I will be pleased to give a word to my colleague Semyon to tell you some facts about aircraft.
Okay, hello everyone. Hello from the airfield. I will be talking with you about the An-2. So in general, An-2 is a natural masterpiece, is a mechanical masterpiece, sorry. There are many facts about An-2, many modifications. First designed in 1947, it has been produced for over 60 years to this day. There are many modifications, such as with ski chassis, AN2F. It was, as we call it, crop duster in English, kukuruznik in Russian. It was very well developed and very popular plane. So, as you can see, there are actually a row of Plane 2 modifications. There are a lot of them there, and it's not. And there is a reason for that. There were a lot of modifications, a lot of versions of this plane. We will talk about them. So, as you can see in the distance. So, this one in particular. Which is, as you can see, right there, the N2 has been added to the Guinness Book of World Records for the long service life, more than 65 years, and as the largest biplane in the world with one engine and the most massive multi-purpose aircraft. For cadets of flight schools of civil aviation, N2 has become a kind of flying training equipment. All in all, AN2 is a true masterpiece that was created by Soviet engineers of Antonov Construction Bureau. It's still flying in some countries like Russia or China. So as we move moving on, you can see this one, a blue one, which you can see. The cockpit, there is a sign AN2, and Airfield, national plane company of USSR. So this one was created by Soviet engineers, by Soviet engineers, which is a passenger plane. There was a Soviet flag in the tail unit. It has two piston engines on the right and left parts of the wing. As you can see, the wings of Il-14M are much larger than AN2, as you've seen before. The maximum capacity is 36 passengers. Later we will go inside AN2, but that's a bit later. So, moving on to the Li 2. Medium-range Soviet piston cargo, passenger and military transport aircraft of the Second World War, manufactured under license of the Douglas DS-3 USA. Built in the USSR until 1933, maximum flight speed is about 300 kilometers per hour. Can fly at 5,600 meters maximum. In general, around 4,900 aircrafts. This type of aircraft was extremely reliable, mastered and widespread. It was exported from the USSR. Li 2 was decommissioned in the mid-1970s in the USSR. Okay, so this is another AN2. We have already seen a lot of them, and you might ask why there's a lot of AN2 there. And the answer is simple, because it was widespread during the Soviet time and many of the old ones were discarded. Probably you agree it's more useful to use aircrafts here instead of losing legendary plane junkyards. Also, there are many first-year students in summer who need to start the engine of this model. That's the point. So the reason is the students that will practice here every summer.
So hello everyone, it's Lada again here, and then we will continue our walking and we will be talking about Il-14M. Il-14M, Here you can see the view of Il-14M. It was also created by Soviet engineers, but like other. It was a passenger plane, yes, and yes, you can see that it is much bigger. It is much more bigger, and you can see that the length of wing, it is taller than An-2. And actually, I would like to tell you that you can see that there is a main difference. There is a main difference between An-2 and Il-14M. If you will have a look at the power system, you will see that there is one part of the wing and another engine on the another part of the wing. As you know, lots of aircrafts, they have one wing. Like for instance, like modern aircrafts, they have only one wing and two parts of the one wing. That's actually the main thing that you need to know about the aviation. For instance, previously you've seen An-2. They had two wings. It's like two parts of two wings, and in general there is four parts. So you can see that there is blade engine. You can see it as the An-2 aircrafts. But the key thing that on the An-2, the blade engine is situated on the nose, on the first part of the aircraft. Instead of Il-14M, there has the scheme on the middle of the wing. There is also some kind of blade engines. Now you will have a view, not of me, but of the aircraft. Yes? So now I will be pleased to tell you some facts on them. If you have a look at the tail unit of the aircraft, you will be able to see the flag of the Soviet Union, yes? The red one. Because as you know, during the Soviet Union times, they were state industries, yes? Like aviation, so there was only one. And now you can see, if you have a look at the fuselage later, you will see the writing Airfield, because there was only one state air company. But continue talking about the Il-14M. Actually, it was produced by Ilyushin Construction Bureau. The livery on the cockpit says Airfield, National Plane Company, as I said before. And actually, it's still the state air company of Russian Federation. It is the biggest air company nowadays. It has two piston engines, as we see before, yes, two piston or blade engines. On the right, it is much larger, bigger, and now you can see some ailerons probably, yes. And the maximum capacity of Il-14M is only about 36 passengers. It was used for transporting passengers from one point to another. Here we still can see tail unit. Yes, that's it. And guys, feel free to ask any questions. We will be pleased, at least trying to answer all of your questions. I guess that now there is no question. We can see only comments. And thanks for watching us actually. And then we will turn to the right side, and we will turn to the right side, and we will see another aircraft. This is Li-2 Douglas. It's a medium-range Soviet piston cargo, passenger and military transport aircraft of the Second World War. Actually, it was manufactured under license for the Douglas DC-3, produced by United States of America. It was built in the Soviet Union until like the middle of the 50s. Maximum flight speed was approximately like 300 kilometers per hour. It could fly at maximum like high 5,600 meters. In general, there were produced only approximately like 4,900 aircraft. This type of the aircraft was extremely reliable, mastered and widespread. It was exported from the USSR, and Li-2 was decommissioned in the mid-90s in the USSR. Yes, now we can see, and if you noticed, you can see that there are different schemes. Yes, different schemes from An-2, for instance, but it's quite similar to Il-14M. Yes, and you can see how it's actually large. So we have already seen 3 types of aircrafts, and now you can see behind me on the back you can see many helicopters. So now we are just opening An-2 and we will go inside the cockpit. But now we have a question. Can we have a look inside of the aircraft? Yes. Now we are just opening An-2 aircraft and we will go inside the cockpit of An-2. We will go inside the cockpit. But first of all, we have already been inside the cockpit several times, so I think there will be no problems with internet connection. So we will go inside and see what is there. Impossible. So guys, we are inside the cockpit, and maybe we will turn to the right side and you will be able to see what is inside. Here you can see the cabin crew, and there are many dashboards. You can see some small door, and maybe we will go outside because probably there are some problems with internet. So you can see that there are like such benches, such seats, so there people can fly, or for instance their An-2 can be used for medicine purposes or for military purposes, for different parts of the industries of the state. So I would like to go inside the cabin crew, and then I will see you later. So see you. So I'm going upstairs to the cabin crew. That's it. And I'm sending you hello from the cabin crew. I hope you still can hear me. Now I'm feeling like I'm a true pilot, that I can drive the true aircraft unto the legend of the air. So it's time to go to see other planes and helicopters, and I will go outside. And it's time to tell you some facts, probably again, about An-2, because there will be another row of An-2. And please have a look at other aircraft, and I will be pleased to give a word to my colleague Semyon.
Hello, dear friends, again studio. I'm here to say you, please be active and share your emotion in YouTube. Yes, right. what are you feeling, maybe find the best view of the copter, and that I suggest make like a challenge. Make a screenshot of your favorite plane or maybe helicopter, it's upon you, and with the Photoshop print out you on this copter, for example, like this one or that one. I also will do this photo and send you in chat or maybe post in stories, and then we compare our feeling. Also, some interesting fact I'll tell you before, that students of Institute Aviation Techniques have practice of this airfield, and also we have special school from students from the different university of our country, and they also come to this airfield and see interesting activity. One of these activity was very funny because I also was with this group, and they saw how special car from the fireplace, they fill water and we make photo underwater. Yes, the big fire car, they send water and students stay underwater. It will be so fun. It was so funny. So now I would like to ask dear technical helper if we're ready to see international school team. Yes or not? Yes, and I think let's return to our excursion, because the new plane and helicopter ready to show you and say you hello, hello. So let's go.
Okay, so I will actually tell you about them. So the Concorde one, the French, and the Tu-144, the Soviet one, were one of the first supersonic aircrafts. So there were no other ones. So as you can see here, wide-minded plane with wide wings. It's a true diamond of the airfield of Samara University. It stands out from the other planes. It can be seen from the distance, and it's very unique. Look at him. It's very wide and big, and really stands out. So I will tell you more about him as you will see it. Okay, so now turn to see it. Soviet supersonic passenger aircraft, developed by the Tupolev Design Bureau in the 1960s. Along with the Concorde, Tu-144 is the first of two supersonic airliners ever used by airlines for commercial flights. Tu-144 is the first passenger airliner in the history to break the sound barrier. It happened on June 5th, 1969, at an altitude of 11,000 meters. The next symbolic milestone of March 2, the plane crossed on May 25th, 1970s, flying at an altitude of 60 unique materials were used to produce it. The power of system is beneath the wing. 4 engines to take off. Also a parachute in the tail unit. There is a parachute in the tail unit behind the engines. So as you can see, it's very sharp nose. Very well high and minded 4. So a total of 16 Tu-144 aircraft were built. One of them, Tu-144, at the number of 77108, is located at the training airfield of Samara University. This particular one. Tu-144, toll number 77108, made its first flight on December 12, 1975. The aircraft took part in state tests, during which it performed 50 flights with a total duration of 68 hours, at which 6 hours at supersonic speed. In 1987, the aircraft was donated to the Kuibyshev Aviation Institute. On August 27th, The crew lifted the USSR 77108 in the last recognition box in the last flight, landing at the airfield of the aircraft plant. At the same time, the friend or four recognition blocks and one of the NK 144A engines were removed to the Kuznetsov SNTK Museum. As you can see, it's very wide. As I've said, it really stands out from the other planes. So this is the engine part that we're looking at. There are four engines, and behind them there is a parachute section. So the airplane was dragged to the airfield of the Samara University. Here you can see it. After the drive in the airplane, 38 tons of fuel remained in the tanks, which made it possible to carry out some work on the plane for 5 years in a row. There was even an attempt to bring the airplane to low gas launch, but the leadership of the institute forbade it. Later the supply tank leaked and fuel was drained. So as the question in the comment section arrived, how many? So in total 16 of 144 planes, aircrafts were made, were built, yes. This is one of them. It has its own number, as which I've said, it's 77-108. So it has its own name, and it's located here. Also used for exhibit purposes, as well as studying purposes, like we've said. By students of Samara University. So as you can see, there are there's huge engine at this part of the plane. So right now we won't be able to visit inside of the 144, but we can examine it from outside pretty much everywhere. So it can be powered from an external power generators. So right now it has no fuel in it because the tanks were ruptured. So right now, as we examine the back part of the 144, we are moving on to the plane that we will actually visit. We'll actually go inside.
So hello again. I see that you are still enjoying the view of supersonic aircraft that was. So now I think we will continue our tour, our online tour, and you already seen plenty of aircrafts. And we will continue walking, and another exhibit is going to be the most probably spread passenger aircraft in the Soviet Union time. It is still used, for instance, by military forces or for medical purposes. So this is 254M or 2154M. You can see the writing. This is the name of the air company. If you will continue walking, we will see, oh, now I'm able to touch the wing. If we will continue walking, you will see the writing of the air company. Aircrafts, they were all Federation state air company called Airfield. This one was owned by the air company UTair, as you can see, yes, on the surface of the fuselage. This is the air company UTair. Interesting fact that this type of aircraft, it was gifted, it was presented to the studying Airfield and to the Department of Aviation Techniques and Maintaining of Aviation Techniques by the former student. He was one of the director of some department in this air company, so he decided just to present, to make a gift to his former department. So that's why in 2010 he decided just to give to the owner to the studying airfield. So that's why this aircraft landed on this studying airfield in 2010, and it still stands here for 11 years, yes? So that's why it's a good thing to have such friends who will be directors in some air companies and who previously were students of different aviation departments. So I think we can go inside to the 254M. I think we can go inside. Yes. I think I will go there and I will tell you some facts, and we will be like, I think we will see some kind of dashboards like fuel, ventilation, safety systems, and we will feel like we are true pilots of the aircraft, yes? So we are about to take off, so the landing is going. We have to be, yes, we have to carry. So first of all, I think it will be better to go to the view. Yes, you can. So now we're standing on the upstairs, and I think we can go inside. So first of all, we need to. So first of all, and we will go back from the inside the cockpit. So studio, it's your turn.
Hello again. We hope that you enjoyed the program, but now we need a little bit break for change the location of our international school teams. Change the plane, not the location, but plane. Don't worry, you will see the next plane a little bit later. And now we would like to show you the interesting event which was on this airfield later. The airfield was made by students and teachers of our university. It was like a disco party on the airfield. Yes, on the plane stand the special DJ equipment, and students, they come to the airfield, dance together, and it was very funny. So I think you should see this event and this video. Don't worry, it will be very short. So ready, steady, go, and see the video from the airfield. Hello again. Now we give you the opportunity to again to feel yourself like a bird and see the whole airfield with the bird view. And it's time to count again if you wish. Now our international school team prepare your interesting view from the cabin, from the pilot place, and you see how it works. And when you fly from one country to another, and maybe from one city to other, what they do. Now let's see how many things they have and should make before the flight and during the flight. So let's see together the place of the pilot, and maybe you can make a screen and try to type in and find something interesting. So let's see the cabin of pilot of the plane.
So hello there again. Hello from inside the cockpit, from the cabin crew. Now you can see Semyon. Semyon is telling you hi, like like the first pilot of the crew. So we inside the cockpit. Here you can see the instrument board, onboard computer, landing gear release and drag button, fire protection system, flap control stick, pedals, crowbars, yep, horn, steering wheel, yes, that the Semyon is holding, and like other special equipment for the control of aircraft, such as safety, the electronic systems, fuel, ventilation systems, and so on and so on. There are different buttons, arms, equipment, and so on and so on. Here you can see that there are 4 seats for 4 people. For the pilot, second pilot, navigator, and flight engineer that control the condition of all system of the aircraft. So yes, that's it. We are lucky ones because we could see what is inside the Tu-154M, and as you know, the capacity of this aircraft is approximately like 172 passengers. So yeah, I think we will give our word to the studio and then we will come back. So studio, it's your turn. Thanks for being with us.
So, how it was for you to be a pilot? I think the Siemens Airlines, what do you think about this name of the air company for the travel to international school Airfield? It's very good because Simon show you the interesting places and the interesting datchets. And do you remember the car? Only 5 like this one things you should control, that is all. But if you have a car like a plane, there are so many things, so many equipments, and as for me, the profession be like a pilot, it's very not so dangerous but so responsible to be a pilot, because you should not only just sit and give a smile to all person and passengers who with you, but to make a comfortable flight from one place to another. Now our team move from the cabin pilot to the airfield to show you the interesting plane or helicopter. Let's wait, and when we wait, I would like to tell you that you see live. Yes, the video which we showed you before, it was the video, but now you feel the real stream. How to make it stream, maybe you want to know. We located in the Samara University. Near me, the green clothes, like a piece of clothes, and that's why we can change the pictures, and I can stand now by orange, for example, ground, then change to other, and then we change our dislocation, our background, and make whatever we want. Let's talk about our international school team. They are located in the ground, and they use the smartphone with the special app, but we will tell later because it's not so interesting to see the plane. And now
So hello from the fuselage, hello from the cabin of 2154M. So today the steward Simon will be pleased to be your guide during our flight from the student airfield of Samara University. As you can see inside the plane, there are rows of passenger seats. Also, you will be able to find kitchen and WC rooms on the tail unit and in the beginning of the aircraft. In general, there is nothing special. It looks similar to modern aircrafts. And I would like to tell you that students of the 5th year of education, because the Bachelor of Aviation Techniques, they are studying for 4.5 years. So the students of the 5th year, they have unique classes here because they learn how to control wing mechanization, especially how to release flaps. Actually, as you can see, flaps is a part of the mechanization of the wing. And we received the question, Lada and Simeon, did you learn how to fly at your faculty? Nope, the answer is no, because Simeon is a third-year student of the Faculty of Physics, and I graduated from the Institute of Aviation Techniques 2 years ago, and unfortunately my specialization was like air logistics, but there is no department that will that teaches how to control, how to fly, because there are some special universities or I don't know, special organizations that located, for instance, in the city of Ulyanovsk. It is like 300 kilometers away from Samara, and for instance, like St. Petersburg. So people have to study there approximately like 5 or 6 years. So no, there is no department at Samara University. Welcome to Samara Summer School Airline. Yes, welcome to Samara Summer School Airline. And Captain Simeon, I guess that Simeon, he was already been, he has been the captain, he was the pilot. Now he changed his role to being the steward of today's flight. So guys, thanks for being with us during this short flight from the studying airfield of Samara University. Now we are going to change our location. We will see others. I will see other aircraft. So studio, it's your turn. See you soon. Bye bye.
Dear passenger, we continue our flight, and now I would like to ask you, chicken or fish, please write your answer in comment. And I suggest you to make like a physical pose and to be like a steward, and make the activity that they do sometimes to show you the emergency exit. Yes, let's stand up from your sitting place, take off your cup of tea or coffee and do the gymnastic. Why not? Because the stewards, they show the emergency exit and make funny. By the way, I would like to ask you, have you ever heard that maybe once a week some funny Russian crazy passenger, he feel that a little bit hot in the plane, and before the plane starts to fly, he opened the door. Yes, he think that if open the door, the air come and became colder and it will be so cool. Yes, this beautiful guy has now a lot of problems with the government and the air company because he opened the door, unfortunately not during the flight, before the flight, but it was very funny, and emergency exit works, and the stops flight, and other passengers, they should wait when the company decided the problem with the open door. What do you think about this story? Please write in chat. So, the previous time I talked about how to make stream, and now we know how to make stream in studio. Yes, we use televisor, TV, also photo camera and light. Light became the picture better and brighter. And also computer who take our signal. Let's talk about what do our friends from international school team in the university Airfield. They have a mobile phone with a special app which is called Larix. You can Google what is Larix and how to use it. Larix is a special app for making streams. You open Larix, press the button, and then make a video, and this video given to computer to the studio, and we take this video from the studio from the special app vMix, and that's then come to the stream to the YouTube or maybe Facebook. It's upon you which platform you would like to use for the stream. And now I know that international school team are ready to show you again University Airfield, and we will talk about stream later. So please write in comments chicken or fish and watch the stream. Let's go. I see from technical director that the international school teams would like to show you from the other place, and again me. Yes, hello, hello, why not? When you're thinking about your favorite dish in the plane, I would like to continue topic about streams. They use app, they use headphones, because headphones to make sound better, and also they use the good mood and knowledge about the place where we are, and they make streams, and I hope you enjoy it, and we hope that you will write comments, because when you ask something it will be funny. Oh, I see and heard that our friends ready, and let's say them hello, hello. How are you, international school team? Show us again Airfield. Now they will come to you.
Hello again. We are standing outside the aircraft. We are still located at the starting airfield of... Hello again. So guys, we are still located at the starting airfield of Samara University. On the back side, you can see another 254 aircraft. See that there is 3 jet engines in the tail unit, the same as 254M aircraft. It was owned by Airfield Air Company, State Air Company, and the capacity is the same as the previous brother, as we can say it, as 254M modification. So I think we're a little bit tired of watching some planes, and maybe it's time to watch some helicopters. What do you think? I think it will be a good idea. So now we will enjoy the view of helicopters, and I will give a word to Simeon. Simeon, it's your turn.
Блин, Семен, вот этой стороны, видишь, вот так одевай.
Okay. Okay, so as you can see here, the Mi-6 helicopter is a Soviet heavy multi-purpose helicopter. As we can see right here, it's really big. And it was used to lift heavy carriages and move them around the surface or somewhere where they need to be carried. So as you can see, it's really huge, it's really long, wide, and how to say, it really stands out from the other helicopters because it's really big, and that's not unreasonable. That's the main reason is that it was used to lift heavy crates and to move them around, like I said, around the surface. So right now I will I will give you about the facts about this plane as we will see it. So right now, turn a little bit closer. So it was designed and made in the second part of the 1950s when the lunar mobile missile systems were adopted in the USSR, for the transfer of which heavy-duty helicopter was required. The Mi-6 helicopter was the most cargo-carrying helicopter at that time, exported in 1964 to 1978. The flight duration is less than 3 hours. In 1961, the Mi-6 became the first machine in the world to overcome the speed of 300 kilometers per hour, which was considered the maximum speed for helicopters at that time. A total of 16 world records were set on the Mi-6 helicopter. So as you can see, the gray colored Mi-6 with its own number, USSR 21856. It has really long tail and a form or shape used especially to lift heavy crates, for example, heavy cargo, and all of that stuff. So right now, as we will finish watching the Mi-6 helicopter from behind, we will talk about another passenger aircraft, which is on the left. Okay. So right now we will go to the passenger aircraft, which is the Tu-104, the first Soviet jet passenger aircraft. As you can see him in the distance behind this smaller helicopter. Released at the end of 1959, it made its first flight in January 1960. On June 2, 1960, the crew of the pilot Kovalev set the last world record for this type of machine on Tu-104E, having flown a distance of 200 kilometers to 1,000 kilometers with a load of 15 tons at an average speed of approximately 1,000 kilometers per hour. Between 1956 and October 1958, it was the only operational jet passenger airliner in the world. The capacity of is around from 50 to 110 passengers. Cruising speed is about 800 kilometers per hour. Range with maximum payload is 2,120 kilometers. Unlike its progenitor Tu-16, Tu-104 was unreliable, heavy, very unstable and poorly controlled in flight. The revealed shortcomings of the aircraft became the reason for its withdrawal from production and the start of work of a new generation of more reliable jet passenger lines for medium-haul flights, Tu-154. There's a curious fact about Tu-100. There's a curious fact about Tu-104. Khrushchev really liked the Tu-104 plane, but he decided by all means to fly it to the Great Britain in 1956. Since the project had not yet been completed, the government tried to persuade Khrushchev to abandon such plans. However, by order from above, Tu-104 was driven into British capital. The arrival of a Soviet airliner, according to the British press, had a huge effect. And there's a little story. There's a little fact, a story about Khrushchev and Tu-104. As we moving on to the N12, as you can see right here, it also serves as an exhibition unit, as well as the educational purpose for the students of Samara University. So right now, as you can see, as you will see it, I will talk about some facts about him. So like I've said, it serves as an educational tour to students where they conduct laboratory work. And AN-12 is a military airplane. Now it's produced in Ukraine, 4 piston engines, as you can see on the left-hand side, on the right-hand side, and a huge cockpit. Such aircrafts are still flying. It has a unique construction of wheels. It can land on different ground, on, for example, field, grass, or etc. The fuselage of the aircraft, with a raised tail section and a large cargo hatch, provides convenient conditions for loading and unloading bulky cargo, as well as their parachute landing. The aircraft was actively used for military purposes in emergency situations, for the transportation, search and rescue of space objects, crews of manned spaceships, and aircraft in distress. The AN-12 had a great influence of the formation of the airborne forces.
Зачем нужна вот эта вот штука? Это для военных целей, для стрелка.
Okay.
Вот это вот, видишь, спереди? Идите, пошлите, покажем носик.
Okay, so we have a question from the chat. What is the purpose of this thing in the front of a cockpit? So it was used to place inside of it a gunner, which used a special gun in here, which as you can see, which was used to shooting targets in front of the plane. Yes, like I've said, it's a military plane, so having a gun on it was not an unusual thing. So it was armed, and here is the place for gunner and its gun, if we can say that. So, okay, so as you can see here, the Mi-8 here in the distance, it has its own name, RA-206. Do you see it? Yes, it also has our signs on it. Yes, so it's marked with our signs of our university, Samara University. Yes, in the middle, the Russian letters. And it's the Mi-8 helicopter, one of the most spreaded in the world. More than 100 countries operate the helicopter. Yes. And an interesting fact, it can be launched, and we were able to experience the air pressure from the ignition of the engines. It was really, so to say, a small storm around the helicopter. The hats were flying off the heads, and it was really hard to stand on the ground. If you're standing close to the helicopter during its ignition. As you can see, it has some attached pipes. It can be launched from external engine, from the engine outside. And we have a question from the chat. So, as you can see right here, we have a flight of the plane. Ooh, it's really loud. Can you hear? Well, wow. What a sight to see. We're talking about airplanes, and here it is. Fun.
Especially for international school.
Yes, yes. It's especially for our school, yes, for you to see. It was really loud. So the question is, is the glass on the military plane bulletproof? Yes. Are these like glass panels bulletproof? So we have no such specific information. But it would be really good if those glass panels were bulletproof. Yes, it could protect the gunner, could protect the pilot, but right now, we can't tell that information. So, yeah, that's it. So, we're moving on. So, as we've talked about this Mi-8, as you can see here. Okay. We're moving on to the Yak-42. As we are coming closer, I will tell you some interesting facts and information about him. So right now we're going to move closer. So Yak-42 is a short-haul, three-engine passenger aircraft developed in the USSR in the mid-1970s to replace the technically obsolete Tu-134. In total, only 183 copies of the Yak-42 were built. So yes, as you can see, it's not really that big of a plane. Yes. So this one was used to transport passengers. So it has no military purpose. It was used to transport passengers. So as you've seen it from the right hand side and left hand side, closer, it has its own, yes. So you see in the numbers in red, that's the Yak-42. Okay, right now, so we will move to the next aircraft, which is the L-410. Yes, so behind the trucks, we will talk about them, interesting facts. So as you can see, there's some tracks to extinguish the fires, if so occur. Hope no fires will occur during this Samara's school. That was not intended as the plane. So here it is, the L-410 Turbo Lot, as we call it, designed for the carriage of passengers, mail and cargo. Manufacturer was Let Aircraft Industries, Czech Republic. It was the first foreign aircraft allowed to fly in the USSR, designed for operation on unprepared, unpaved grassy, snowy areas, as well as on airfields with short runways. It can carry up 19 passengers or 1,800 kilograms of cargo over a distance up to 1,500 kilometers. So, International School will be pleased to say goodbye to you as we finish our excursion here in the aircraft of Samara University. So stay tuned for future streams and updates. and follow us on social media, and we will be glad to see you soon. Goodbye.
Ладно, можешь стать кадр и тоже прощаться?
Тебя не будет слышно.
А ты разговаривай в микрофон. Вот что.
So, Simon and Lada saying goodbye to you, and stay tuned for
Thanks.
future updates. Yes.
Thanks for being with us. See you later. Bye bye.
Thank you, dear friends. Thank you, dear friends, for watching our stream. Thank you for being with us today. We hope you like it, and we will be more than happy if you will join our next cultural program. And at the end of this program, I would like to tell you, fly your dream, and you will be absolutely happy. Have a nice time. Bye-bye.
Попробуй сделать это сообщий видео с коптера, то, что с Airfield.
Ah,
Групп фото.
and now we will make a group photo. Let's wait a little bit our technical problem. Yes, as you see, I don't want to tell you goodbye like this, goodbye, and that is all. No, now we will make the group photo, yes?
Yeah.
Wow, we will make the group photo. Please prepare your screenshots camera and maybe your small pictures, or like make photo with you. Oh, let's make photo together with Lada, and I think I should change the like this one. Yes? Oh. So no. Again, I want like this one. I will. Oh.
Okay. Ready.
Thank you for watching our stream. Have fun and see you later. Bye bye.